Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be talking about this crazy champion training tournament going on where Sir Nic is going to be up for grabs in each individual group. And then we will also get you caught up on everything going on in game for tournaments, events, offers, and get you everything you need to know heading into the weekend for raids. So let's get into it. Alrighty, first of all, I hope you are all having a fantastic holiday season. I have not been able to work as much as I thought I was going to be able to these last couple days, so I apologize. The videos have been a little bit sparse the last 2 or 3 days. We've had a lot going on, and I've been redoing things here at home and just trying to get caught up and start getting back to normal in terms of cranking videos out on a daily basis for you. So anyway, I hope you are all doing fantastic over Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and the holiday season. And I know I'm excited to finally be able to turn the page on 2020, and cheers to hoping that 2021 is going to be a lot better year than 2020 was, because the world's been a little bit crazy. I think we're all ready to move on to a new year and hopefully get a fresh start pretty soon here. So yeah, anyway, I want to talk about this event here. We've got Sir Nic up for grabs in each individual group. So now obviously Sir Nic is a really good champion, one of the best legendaries in the game, especially in terms of account progression and helping you really move forward. And he's so amazing in faction wars, can be good in certain unkillable comps for the clan boss, can be super good in the arena. You get him in good gear, he places a lot of fun stuff like unkillable. You don't need accuracy on him, which is super cool, because his freeze on his A1 cannot be resisted, and besides that, he doesn't need any accuracy. So you can get a lot of different build variations and extract a lot of different value out of Sir Nic and helping you progress your account. So I anticipate this tournament to be very hotly contested. I did a poll on stream, and it came out, I believe, 60-40 in terms of whether people were going to go super hard in the paint for Sir Nicholas or not. Is 60% of them said yes, 40% said no. So I do anticipate this to be one of the most challenging tournaments to be able to finish high in your group. I would bet every single tournament is going to have at least like 2 or 3 people going super hard in it. So odds are it's going to be pretty tough to finish high, but if you're able to grind it out and win, you're going to be rewarded with Sir Nicholas if you're able to finish at the top. Now, I think they should have done Sir Nic at number 1, Stag Knight at number 2, and then maybe Jingle Hunter at number 3. I would have liked to have a little bit better prize for number 2. It's going to be pretty heartbreaking to go that hard and finish number 2 and then get Jingle Hunter. I think somebody a little bit more higher caliber epic, someone like a Stag Knight would have been good as a number 2, and then sliding Jingle Hunter down to the 3 spot would have been a little bit better in my opinion. But it is what it is, and it's going to be fun to see how crazy these events get for Sir Nicholas. You are also going to want to make sure and keep an eye on the Pyxniel Fusion. We are down to 5 days left. I do have all the components personally to get this done. I've got Gerard already ready to rock, and then on the other ones, I've got the champions ready that I'm going to need to fuse the epics. So I should be able to get this done in the next day or 2. You're going to want to make sure and keep an eye on that so you don't miss out if you are fusing Pyxniel. I've done dedicated videos on my whole opinions of Pyxniel, and also a full champion guide for Pyxniel where I dove in on an account that had her maxed out and did some testing for a few hours, and I did a dedicated video going over what I think of her. So you can check that out. I won't spend 5 minutes rehashing all of that right now, but if you want to check it out, I will try to remember to link up there if you want to see those videos dedicated to Pyxniel. Also, a huge shout out to Deadwood Shoutout, who joined me on Christmas Eve for a super fun stream. A lot of fun hanging out with him, and I was able to build the Bat Eater unkillable comp with Seeker, Painkeeper, and Maneater, where you can go ahead and crank out the unkillable damage on Brutal, Nightmare, and Ultra with 1 unkillable comp, and we were able to make it a 1-key team. I am working on editing that video. It was like a 4-hour stream, so I'm working on going through and editing it down to something a little bit more YouTube friendly. It was a lot of fun, so I'm going to try to post that on the channel for those of you that weren't there, able to tune in, and hopefully you'll get something out of seeing the whole thought process of one of the best experts in the game for clan boss in Deadwood Shoutout, walking through start to finish on kind of an account takeover type scenario where he's on my account building this team, and we were just kind of hanging out, having some fun, talking about things, answering questions in the chat. So look for that to be up soon within the next day or 2 once I get that edited. I also want to take a quick moment to talk about the holiday gift that Plarium sent out. You can see here with the 3 ancient shards, the 1 sacred, the void shard, the legendary book, the 5-star chicken, and 5 million silver. I did plug this in the calculator when it went live, and it came out to being an offer worth about $25. So super cool there. from Plarium to give a good blend of every single shard, a legendary book. You would expect them to usually give an epic book instead. They stepped up and gave a legendary book to everybody, and then 5 million silver, not like 500k or something like they used to do. So, hey, if we're going to criticize Plarium when they deserve it, we should also give them credit when they deserve it. This was a really good gesture to the player base, and super nice of them to go ahead and send this out for the holiday season, and it was worth about $20 or $25 in terms of USD if you were looking to purchase something. So, hey, thanks Plarium, and I hope you all got a good champion from pulling those shards on the free gift here from Plarium. In terms of tournaments going on currently, we already touched on the champion training tournament here, where Sir Nic is up for grabs, and it's going to be one of the more hotly contested tournaments that we have seen in Raid, in my opinion. I think there's going to be a lot of people that want to go after Sir Nic. We've also got the Ice Golem tournament going on. Void Shard at the top here is cool. Remember, we are going to be having 2x Void Shards next weekend. If Raid goes by their normal rotation, here in about 5 days from now, we will have 2x Voids launching. So definitely worth it to grind out the Golem if you've got some extra energy. But I know some of you are going to be going for Sir Nic, so the energy is going to be stretched pretty thin in terms of wanting to dump all of your energy into champion training. And then make sure you get the core hammers and the fusion material right here if you are going for Pyxniel. Then the classic arena takedown is typically a little bit easier to complete, but you're going to want to focus on that. You've got a day and a half about to go after the fusion rare right there, so definitely keep tabs on that if you're going for it. And then in the events tab, we've got a summon rush going on currently that has dagger, one of the fusion requirements right there, and then a Lyric as an epic right there. And the artifact enhancement event, you've got another day and a half or so to make sure you're maxing that out if you're going for that. But you're going to want to at least get to 1500 if you are going for the Pyxniel Fusion. And then Dungeon Divers, I typically recommend at least going for the Fusion Mats and Core Hammers as a budget version of doing this. But you do also have a Void Shard down here if you are worried about that and willing to dump into dungeons to be able to save that possibly for next weekend for 2x Voids. Now let's head into the shop and get these offers graded here. So Special Void Pack. I believe this one has a few different versions based on your current spending tier in the game. And something I did want to touch on really quickly here while I'm on the offers. If you notice, my spending tier in game has changed recently. You can see I'm getting the $2.99 mini mix packs. I used to always get like the $20 or $25 ones. So I wanted to share my experience with you in terms of my spending tier changing. I went back and looked at my bank statements and tried to figure out how long I went without spending on Raid, and it was about 25 days from what I could tell. So it looked like after the 25-day threshold, my in-game spending tier was starting to change, and I was starting to get cheaper offers, and then my mini mix pack went down to $3. I believe that was after like 30 or 32 days is when that finally changed, and it went all the way, I think it went from 25 to 21st. And then once I hadn't spent for like 30 or 32 days, it dropped all the way down to 3. So the game, after about a month or so of not spending, is really going to try to get you in the door again and start giving you some cheaper packs and maybe ones that rank a little bit better. Like those amazing Warrior Circle packs are typically really good value, or at least the best value you're going to get. You'll start getting those after about 25, 30 days of not spending. But I do want to mention the little caveat that I wasn't technically like free to play. I think I had the Raid card, and I think I maybe bought like that $10 monthly gem pack. But in terms of like buying packs in the shop on like these offer type things, it was about 25 or 30 days before I started to see my spending tier and offers really change in the game. So that was just something interesting I wanted to touch on really quickly in terms of, I know some people are curious about when that changes and what the thresholds are on that. But let's go ahead and get this graded here. We've got 10 big ones and 25 middles. Okay, so 450k, no energy, gems, okay, 10 voids, 30 brews. Boom, 2.67. So, yeah, void shards are typically the ones I recommend the most for endgame players. So this would be a good offer for an endgame player that has it in their budget to spend money, in my opinion. You're getting a 2.67 on some void shards here. So that's one that I would recommend. Monthly pack, this usually grades out to about a 2.5 or so. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it is technically a pretty good offer. The mini mix pack at $3 is not bad. That I used to buy them a lot when they were $5, but when they started charging me you know, $20-$25, I was like, no thanks. So this is the way it should be. You should have a daily offer here for like $2 or $3 just for if you've got some extra time. But I wish they would switch this up a little bit to be a little bit more energy, like maybe 2 or 3 energy refills instead of the brews, maybe. But all in all, when they're at this price point, it's a pretty decent offer. We're not going to pay $25 for 5-star Div O. Bonus Ancient Pack. Okay, this is an interesting one. We've got 450k. We can leave that. 16 Ancients. 1,000 energy. And 6 refills. 3 days of XP. Okay, 1.82. Not a bad offer for especially like early to mid game players that are looking to make sure the XP stays permanent and ancient shards. But I do prefer the special void pack when compared to this one. The event advantage pack, sometimes these can be really good. So let me go ahead and plug this in. 1, 2, 5. Energy 400. We're gonna go 5 classics and delete the rest with a couple rotisserie of 3. Or wait, why did I go up there? Come on now. Down here, there we go. 3 and 2, 1.95. Okay, so not bad. I don't like to recommend them until they hit 2.0, so not great, but 1.95 isn't a horrible offer. The only ones that I would be looking at would be the special void pack and the monthly pack, and I would lean towards the special void pack being the best one on here. But let's go ahead and put that away, and we'll kind of wrap up and get you on your way here. So yeah, you can see I've got the snow falling as part of the video here. It's a little effect I added for the holiday season, but it is in raid, so I probably got a little bit too crazy on the snow. But hey, it's that time of year where you can be a little bit festive and have some fun with it. But yeah, sorry about the videos being a little bit sparse last 2 or 3 days. Like I said, it's just been crazy and lots of stuff going on. It's been hard to get to a point where I can sit down for a few hours and crank out some videos. So anyway, hope you all have a fantastic holiday season so far, and I hope you are excited about New Year's and turning the page to 2021 being a much better year than 2020 for most of us. So that's going to do it for this video. As always, have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Peace.